Well, hopefully, I mean, it gets back to where we were, because this morning it feels more like winter.
Yeah, winter coat out today.
Yeah.
Maybe the gloves, if you get that cold.
Yeah.
If you
Some
know
people
where
a
they
little more
are.
sensitive, yeah.
I know, right?
wait, where
We're
are
like,
they?
the season's over with,
Right.
right? But I can tell you, we only have a couple more mornings like this before we do start to warm back up. So don't worry. Mother Nature isn't that brutal for us. In fact, we are going to see some widespread frost, not just this morning, but also as we go into tomorrow morning as well. But as we head into the middle of the week, we are going to start to see a warm up. And the good news is it stays with us through the weekend, but also comes with a small rain chance as we go into Friday. Those are our headlines this morning. We do have a freeze warning in place, and you can certainly see why. We've got temperatures in the 30s, but there is some wind, and so we do feel like we're in the 20s. So if you park your car outdoors, just notice you might see a little bit of a light glaze of frost this morning, or even on those grassy surfaces and plants outdoors. So just keep that in mind. And even though the sun is going to come up, it is going to be pretty chilly for us. You can see temperatures even dipping down this morning below freezing for a little bit of time. That's why we have that freeze warning in place. Before this afternoon, we do get into the upper 40s, but it's going to be a struggle. It's going to feel pretty cold for most of the morning. So if you were hoping to get a golf game in today, I would not recommend it unless you like playing in the cold, which personally, I definitely do not. But as you go into the next couple of days, you can see weather's starting to get better. And I say this because the Masters is this week. Real exciting things happening. Not locally, but if you want to get out and maybe work on your game, it'll be a little bit better later in this week. But I do want to, speaking of later this week, take you to the hour-by-hour forecast for Friday, because the next couple of days we have plenty of sunshine. We're going to see those temperatures start to rise. And then as we go into the second half of your Friday, you can see here with timing, a front comes through. Now, this doesn't look to be a big front, so I'm not really concerned just yet about any sort of severe weather. But it does look like we could get some rain as we go into the second half of your Friday and overnight into Saturday before moving out and going into the day on Saturday. So a very quick front coming through. So we only have minimal chances of rain. That 30% would be for the second half of Friday after you get home from work, and lingering for some of us into Saturday morning. But then you can see, even though temperatures start off pretty cold for this week, by the weekend we are going to be back into the 80s. So after that front passes through on Friday, that'll cool us off just a tad on Saturday, but nothing like this last cold front, because by Saturday night, Sunday morning, even into Sunday and Monday, we're back into our overnight lows in the 40s, 50s, and 60s with daytime highs back in the 80s. So pretty